Today we are going to see another poem. The name of the poem is How to Tell Wild Animals, written by Carolyn Wells. The title itself is simple, long, and clear. It means how to recognize a wild animal when a person happens to see it. It arouses the curiosity of the readers regarding what they are going to read about the wild animals in this poem. This is a small poem comprising of 6 stanzas. Before we begin, let me give you some details about the poet Carolyn Wells. She is born on 18th June 1862 in US. She is a prolific American writer, remembered largely for her popular mysteries, children's books, and humorous verse. Now let's read the poem. The first stanza goes like this. If ever you should go by chance to jungles in the east, and if there should to you advance a large and tawny beast, if he roars at you as you are dying, you will know it is the Asian lion. In this stanza, the poet Carolyn Wells presents a true picture of an Asian lion and shows how it can be identified by the readers. It states one can come across a large tawny beast. Tawny means dull yellowish brown color. So, a person may come across a large tawny beast in the forest of eastern countries. So, when you happen to go to eastern countries, you might get an opportunity to meet an Asian lion. If this animal roars violently, frightens a person to death, and that wild animal is certainly an Asian lion. Thus, an Asian lion can be recognized by its huge body, dull yellowish brown skin, and by its terrifying roar. Before moving to the next stanza, we will see what are the literary devices used in this stanza. Let us begin with the rhyme scheme. As I told you earlier, the poem is divided into 6 stanzas and each stanza has similar rhyme scheme. AB, AB, CC. Here the poet also used the poetic license. Poetic license is a device where the poet has the liberty to change the spellings or violate grammatical rules with the purpose of rhyme scheme or rhythm or emphasis. You see, the word dying has been changed to dine. This is done in order to rhyme with the word line. Now let's move on to the second stanza. It says, or if sometime when roaming round, a noble wild beast greets you with black stripes on a yellow ground, just notice if he eats you. This simple rule may help you learn the Bengal tiger to discern. In this stanza, the poet Carolyn Wells reveals how one can identify a Bengal tiger because of its peculiar physical features and its behavior. The poet describes it as a noble animal. What is meant by noble animal? That means a majestic animal. It has its distinctive yellow skin with black stripes on it. Moreover, a person can know that it is a Bengal tiger if it tries to eat up the person. So the poet says that if these characters are there, it is easy to identify the animal that is in front of you is a Bengal tiger. Discern means to identify. The literary device used in this stanza is alliteration. Roaming round. The beginning sounds of the words are is repeated here. That is alliteration. Rhyme scheme, As I said earlier, for the first stanza, the similar rhyme scheme follows here. A, B, A, B, C, C. Here the poet adds a dose of laughter. She tries to make the writing witty. If you happen to read this line, just notice if he eats you. Here the poet gives a comical situation with a person being eaten up by a tiger, and still he is trying to recognize which animal it is. The poet has also used irony in this stanza. Irony is the difference between the surface meaning of what is said to the underlying meaning. When the poet says a noble wild beast greets you, the poet is talking about the Bengal tiger who has been called as noble ironically because it is basically a ferocious animal that can kill anyone. With this, we come to the end of today's class. Read today's portion thoroughly 2 times. Thank you.